Welcome back to another video of training your hero. This is now going to be going over the assassin classes, which is going to be Peacekeeper, Berserker, and Orochi. Right after this video, I'm going to be posting the hybrid, and just to get that out of the way, and then tomorrow, depending how busy I am, we would go over Centurion, Gladiator, Highlander, Shaman, Shinobi, Armor-Musha, and that'll be it for the time being. Blackfire, Jorgunder, and Hitokiri is all going to be on a separate video of themselves, because there's so much to explain about these characters, especially Blackfire and such. So let's go over into training. Go into training area, launch. And Peacekeeper, here we go. Peacekeeper is basically counter-attacker. She's basically, you're going to wait for your opponent to attack. But why not play aggressive with Peacekeeper? Peacekeeper has so many different types of mix-ups, it's crazy. Peacekeeper is probably the mix-up queen in this game. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this. Alright, so Peacekeeper actually has Assassin Reflex, which it does not block the entire time. So even though if you're blocking, holding it up, it will go away. So you have to double refresh it. So if you do get hit, if that meter goes away right when you get hit, you're still going to get the damage. So if you're about to get killed and they hit you with a heavy, there's a chance it could lead into an execution. So just be aware. That's why it's really hard to play an assassin. So her combo is double light into R2 or triple, just double light. Double heavy right there, but you can go R1 heavy and just in there, or R1 heavy. You can actually press heavy and then press R1 at the same time, right after it, to do a little bleed effect. So it'll always do a bleed effect. So if you want to dodge left, you can go into heavy stance, heavy attack, free heavy attack. Well, not really free, but if they don't pay attention, if you do it correctly. So if you press R2 and R1 at the same time after dodging, sometimes it allows you to do a. So there's a little bit of different mix-up. You can actually do it in the zone. So our zone is basically this. So a lot of mix-ups. So you can actually go heavy, or heavy into light, R1, which is a light attack, which it's always going to bleed, add a bleed effect. For Peacekeeper, her bleeds stack. So the more bleeds you put out, the better the chance. But the only downside to her bleeds is when she does, her bleed attack is always going to be on top. So if they know you're going to apply the bleed effect, they can press up and block the bleed effect. It's quite easy to do it on block. It's not hard. So that's why you want to keep yourself mixing them up. So like you go that, okay, and then you go R1, R1, and bleed. You just have to mix up. Like say you want to throw it out after your third combo. Like, okay, R1, 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 R2, into a bleed right there. If there's a mix-up, you can dodge, or just don't choose to attack, you can just dodge. You can actually, there are deflects with her as well. She is a more complex character. If you do, apply a unblockable bleed effect. Super simple. Just be aware. She actually applies a bleed effect by grabbing your opponent. So if you grab your opponent, you can hit R1 3 times, space them out. Do not rapidly. Well, you can actually press rapidly if you want. But if you press it too fast, you do it. It'll sometimes mess up. Just press R1 as soon as you after your blade comes out. After the second bleed, you can actually throw your opponent into a wall. And just keep the mix-up going. She's not really hard to use. Just every combo, if you end up going into a heavy, you can actually feint it into a bleed. You can actually feint your heavy into a guard break just by pressing square twice. So and just super simple, but like I said, to play Peacekeeper, you got to use her mix-ups. She actually has some ridiculous range on her grab too. Slippery lunge. Slipping lunge. Basically, what it does is it's quite easy. So there's the deflect, there's the stab, wall grab, side dash attack, dash forward. After R2, you can go into R1, or you can just feint the R2 into R1. You don't have to press circle to feint it. You can just hit R1 and just go into bleed. Right here, cancels your heavy attack or a second hit of the zone attack when you press R1 for dagger cancel. Light attacks are not interruptible when on block when hitting someone with an affected bleed. So if they are bleeding, we'll actually do this. So if they're bleeding, it does not interrupt your thing. So just remember, your bleed is your best friend in this. Super simple. It does little amounts of damage, but Slipping lunge is probably the most agile thing you can actually have on a Peacekeeper. Let's say your opponent is running away from you, okay? Here's the grab. You actually have a lot further grab than you think you do. So if they somehow run away, you can actually grab them into a stab, throw them into a head and free heavy into a wall. Super simple for her, but like I said, her combos are super complex. As long as you're mixing them up, the opponent won't be able to read your attacks. So don't rely on just bleed purely. So, super simple. Let's go ahead and go on to the next character. That is Peacekeeper. And the reason why I honestly think Peacekeeper could be extremely fucking good for your team is because you have to be good at mixing players up. If you don't do that, you're not going to win. So, Berserker, same way. Assassins are good at mixing players up. Berserker is a more forgiving character than Peacekeeper is. So if you can't mix the people up, it's quite easy to use Berserker. So Berserker, it's not hard. So Berserker's R1, that's literally Berserker's R1. You can't lead that into any combos. So here's Berserker's heavy. After the third heavy in a row, it goes into unblockable. You can actually go heavy after R1, but if you keep pressing R1 and R2 right after each other, you can do an infinite combo loop. But after a certain point, if you do a heavy on top, it will become unblockable. So just remember that. So, you can actually... His zone is pretty good. Nothing too bad. His boar stance rush is not too bad. He literally just goes from right to left. I forgot to say, Peacekeeper's zone only goes from left to right, so just letting you know. Berserker's zone always goes right to left, so just be aware. He actually has a undodgeable dash, so just people be aware. So just block the attack. Do not try to run. Jumping forward gives you, and pressing R1 gives you hyper armor. Jumping forward and heavy gives you hyper armor as well. Apparently, yeah, so if you use your zone while holding back, you actually get hyper armor, and you basically do a spin while moving back. He has a deflect, and he has a parry. So we'll actually show you the parry real quick. Basically, after every parry, you could press R1 and get a free light attack in. But he doesn't have like an attack after deflecting. It's only a grab. So it's a much harder character to do deflects. You basically, after doing that, you get a guaranteed. If you do heavy guard break, you're guaranteed a free heavy from right or left. Same with Peacekeeper, by the way. Nothing too difficult, but a thing about Berserker, you gotta keep your balance. You gotta keep yourself steady on mixing up. That's the key of assassins. So after feinting an attack, your opener, which is so yeah. So after feinting your heavy, you actually will get hyper armor. After a short period of time. So you will get hyper armor if you feint because it stays as it's still in a combo, so you get hyper armor. Berserker will actually get hyper armor. The more chain starters, the zone attack slash, you basically become uninterruptible after just doing an infinite combo. So if they don't parry it or parry a light, you're gonna just wipe them out. But it's very dangerous because it makes it the game makes your character easy to predict. So if you go into a light, heavy, they're gonna know you're gonna try to do that. So after the heavy, it leaves you wide open for a parry. So missing a recover on a basic attack, chain attack, or a head crusher can be cancelled by a zone. So you can go. So if you miss, you can actually go into a zone. Just to be careful. So that's Berserker right there. But that's Berserker. Like I said, as long as you keep your combos mixed up, they won't be able to read your combos. So now we're reaching the Orochi. Orochi is a character that takes talent, patience, and skill. If you guys say just spam light attacks, it's not gonna guarantee you every time. Trust me. So, light attack, boom. A up light actually gives you a quick double light if you do that. Just like that. Going to double heavy gives you unblockable. A zone goes from left to right. He has a undodgeable left, undodgeable right, and a undodgeable up. If you press back in R1, you'll actually end up doing that. Holding R2 makes you go into a stance. Right actually does that. Left goes like this, and top actually goes into an undodgeable attack. He is not quite hard to use. You can actually go into R1 into R2 to go into a unblockable attack. You can do it with double light, or you can just go into something like that, simple. You can choose any direction, or you can just go just like that, and it's not too hard. So he has a deflect as well. Doing that with a light attack actually does that. So we'll end up doing it again. We'll do it one more time. Oop. I don't play assassin enough, but holding the R2 gives you uninterruptible, unblockable attack, but it also hits the target. So, do it again. Do it one more time. You can actually feint it into a ridiculous combo if you do it correctly. So, like I said, you gotta be careful. Some people you can actually quickly, easily. The zone is actually goes from left to right, like I said, but it goes from 180 from your left to up to 200. So it's basically almost about halfway, a little over halfway of a circle. So nothing too much. It is going to take combos. So anyone that says Orochi is a light spammer, it's not just because they're a light spammer. It's literally just because, well, you got one combo with 3 lights, one combo with a light heavy, a combo with 2 lights and a heavy and 2 lights, a heavy and a light heavy, heavy and heavy. The fact is, the heavy is so predictable. It's only good, but if you guard break, it's only you get a guaranteed up heavy, but not a guaranteed right. Well, you get a guaranteed any heavy, to be honest. So, you actually can go quite easy. You can actually it's not too hard. It's very simple. I know I repeat the same steps, but that's all I can really honestly say. It does take time to get used to these characters. So if you're not going to spend the time to go into training and practice them, or going to a custom match against level 2 bots, level 3 bots, there's no point of you learning these characters if you're not going to sit down and actually try. So, that brings me into this next thing, and I'm going to explain if you can be a level 3 bot, you can be a player. If you can be a level 2 bot, you can be a player. But if you can be a level 1 bot, there's a chance that you're not going to be able to beat a player. Level 2 bots actually puts it into where it's what would a player actually do. A level 3 bot basically makes you fight someone that has been playing for generations, 30 years non-stop, known every single combo, what your character's combo is, and what you're going to do it before you can actually even say you're going to do it. So that's why feinting attacks come in handy. Level 3 bots are good and can feint their attacks into combos. If you cannot feint an attack, you won't be able to survive in multiplayer. This is why I say the training, this actually teaches you how to feint. This will also teach you how to deflect, parry, and such. It's quite fun, it's quite easy, and it's not hard at all. And plus, you get rewarded for just doing them for steal. So, this actually gives you gameplay of certain strategies you can use in game. So it's not too hard. It's not thing. So do try. Do sit down and try to learn the characters. If you're not going to do it with training or bots, at least do it with some of your friends in custom games. Or the best way to do it is go into duels. Duels will actually give you into a 1v1 fight scenario where you can actually spend your time fighting against actual players and using them to your advantage. It's literally, this is how I do it. I always go into training, practice a character I'm going to be using that day, or the character I usually play. I usually try to play a harder character, so when I play a character I'm aware of, it makes it so much easier for you to fight players. So we're actually going to go in a Dominion map, and we're going to play as the assassins. Then we'll hop into the hybrids eventually after this video. The video will be posted already because it's a live stream. I usually don't try to post videos that's non-live streams. I try my best to do pre-recording stuff, but the end up pre-recording things sometimes do not catch everything, and it catches towards the end of the game. So we're gonna go ahead and hop on Berserker, because Berserker is a much harder character to use. So the feats I would like to use in this game.
No, it's me, Shark.
What's up, Shark? Um, so the first feat I like to use on Berserker is Bounty Hunt. Second one, you could use Doom Banner. Don't recommend it, but I like the revenge attack, so fighting multiple people. Throwing Axe actually does 25 damage, which is 1/4 of a player's health. Does enough damage. You can put a bleed effect, but it's not needed. Fury is great, but not needed. You can run Berserk, but I recommend Fear itself. Because then your bounty hunter, so if you're fighting someone that's in a group of 4 players, so it's you against, let's say, 2 or 3 players, you can use Fear itself, fight the player. While you're doing damage, you get revenge, and if they try to run away, you can throw the axe, kill the player, get health back while you have the revenge shield active. So it's not, so you basically, every time you get damaged, it's just going to take away the shield instead of your actual health bar. Then it makes you have an easier time fighting that second player, because you could possibly end up, because like I said, Fear itself lowers defense. Alright. Go ahead and clear this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't gonna survive that. I honestly probably could have been fine if the revenge didn't kick in. That's why Bounty Hunter is going to come in such a handy, helpful hand, especially when Revenge Attack comes in. Because when Revenge Attack is, you could just build up your revenge and then just constantly just feed off of it.
You captured Zone A.
No. Well. Ah! I thought I stopped the guard break, but I apparently didn't. Oh god. Alright. I'm gonna go try to capture. See here. I only have 2 takedowns, but I only died 2 times. First time I died to revenge. Second time I was just unfortunately unlucky to stop the guard break.
You captured Zone C.
Stay here.
Ah, dang. I would have been fine if the other player didn't show up.
You lost Zone A.
Alright. Player is on Zone A. I think that might be the Shinobi. Yeah, it is the Shinobi. That's alright.
Zone A.
Do better.
Your team is breaking. Your team rallied. Your team is breaking.
I was a little slow there. That's alright though. Try to get people. Oh, okay. As long as I get Fear itself, I should be fine. Alright, well, I was gonna say, if he would have lived a little bit longer, I probably could have captured C. Just do that. Oh, okay. Ah!
You lost Zone A.
That's alright.
Defeat.
Well, that's what my Berserker gameplay. I don't play enough Berserker to actually care for him very much. I'm decently good with him, but I'm not good at mixing up with him. That's the only problem. So we'll go ahead and play the Peacekeeper, and hopefully that will play a little bit better. I prefer the temple more. The reason why I don't do the deploy the troops anymore, if you've probably seen my streams, I don't deploy troops, is it's at the point where I don't even need to put troops down because the game automatically just places them down anywhere you want, they feel like you need. So if you don't place down the troops, it automatically places down the troops somewhere that is either you're losing land. It's only where you are losing land. It doesn't put it anywhere that you're winning land or tied for land. It only chooses the locations that you're losing. So now, we're going to play some Peacekeeper. For Peacekeeper, I like to run stealth a little bit, but another thing I like to run is Bounty Hero, Bounty Hunter, easy. Same thing, I run Revenge Attack. Usually I run Blade, just so if I hit someone with a light attack, it causes bleed. But, the crossbow actually does a lot of damage. It actually does not do too much damage or too little damage. It's between, like, it goes from 25 to, like, I think 35, so it's not, like, full, straight up damage it. Or I think it might actually be 20 damage. Reason why we run Last Laugh is if I'm getting ganked by an entire team, they kill me, and they don't execute me, I'm gonna drop the bomb and it's gonna kill that entire team right there. It is literally the Last Laugh actually does 200 damage. So if they even get a shield some reason, they're not surviving the grenade of the bomb. Unless they have thick skin. Alright. So the goal is to get our first feed up in Dominion. So we're gonna just go stand at sea. And
You lost Zone A.
ooh. Ooh.
You captured Zone A.
Alright, I'm dead here. He blocked the bleed effect, so.
You lost Zone A.
Alright, so, alright, I'm gonna try to get over the sea and help our teammate. Alright, so
Captured Zone C.
that's good. The bounty hunt is actually better than the stealth on Peacekeeper, just because you need the heals if you ever do get ganked in this type of situation. Stealth is good, especially playing in long matches. Ooh. Ah. So 4 takedowns, 2 deaths.
You captured Zone A.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go jump on C because that's gonna be, they're gonna try to aim for this.
You lost Zone A.
Alright. Ooh, apparently he has a crushing counter as well, apparently.
You captured Zone A.
Like I said, zones are very important. I'm not a good player to mixing up people with Peacekeeper yet, so I'm gonna get this revive off. Alright. My teammate's about dead right there.
You lost Zone A.
Ah! I honestly think that execution is like the lamest execution ever. Like, what's the point of it? Like, it just, is it supposed to be corruption? Is it supposed to be what? It's just a little, like, what is it? You don't know. It's pretty lame because it's not really a fighting action, and in real life, you wouldn't just be held down like that.
You captured Zone A.
So 5 takedowns, 4 deaths. Ah, I should have just activated revenge there.
Zone A.
Alright, so I can run over to A now, because no one's there. The thing about Peacekeeper is she's so quick, and once you respawn, people don't realize that you could be on Zone 8 as soon as they leave. Alright. Oh, the hyper armor. The hyper armor saved him. Ah!
Your team rallied.
Alright, so the capping C.
Your team is breaking. Your team rallied.
Enough, sheep.
Is breaking. Your team rallied.
Alright.
Your team is breaking. Your team rallied.
Ah!
Breaking.
Ah. Well, on. Good is dead.
Enemy team is breaking.
He just killed himself.
The enemy rallied. Your team rallied.
Alright, so these guys are almost dead. The Kensei just killed our teammate.
Your team is breaking.
Stay here. Enough, sheep.
You
Ah.
lost Zone C.
For the war.
Enemy team is breaking.
Enough with me.
Alright, I'm gonna go capture C real quick. It doesn't matter actually.
Strong, let the weak die.
Teammate has the corruption.
Stay here.
Alright, it's just the Kensei now. Alright. Man, I'm stressful, and yet I'm teaching you guys how to play a certain character, and yet I'm stressed out playing one character. Let him stand there, dude.
Stay here. Enough.
Oh, he's dead.
You captured Zone C. Victory.
I didn't play the very best as Peacekeeper, if you guys can tell. but I played decently enough. I was able to pull off some clutch fights, and like I said, that's the also reason why I use these feats that literally do a short period of damage, because it's good for catching people from running away. Like that warmonger tried to run away from me, could not get away because I got the arrow shot at her before she could. And then Bounty Hunter kicked in, healed me because I had Revenge still active, healed me so the player that literally was fighting me previous doesn't realize that I healed from the kill. Alright, now we're going to play some Orochi. For Orochi, I like to run, well, we got two bots now. For Orochi, I like to run is Bounty Hunt, same as the Peacekeeper. The Kunai is good for finishing a player. The bow is really freaking bad because it takes some distance and time to shoot it, and the player can just dodge it. That's why I use Slip Through. So if I dodge an attack and use a light attack, it's an undodgeable attack, and it's also going to increase the damage. Then I use Fear itself to do quick, fast kills, especially when you're going in the gank fights. Alright.
You captured Zone A. You lost Zone B.
Ooh. I got boxed in right there. There's nothing I could have done. Rep 65, Orochi. Now that's a player you could possibly be learning a little bit more about Orochi than me, but I'm the one that's making the video, so you're gonna have to bear with me in my... Ooh. There was nothing I could have done. I was having a straight up 1v1 with that Orochi. Oh, man. He uses Kai, which is a good feat in this game.
You captured
Taking
Zone
away
A.
the stamina of a player is actually very, very, really good. Oh, the hyper armor, dude. The hyper armor. The hyper armor is just cheap in this game. It's so cheap.
You lost Zone A.
We're getting murdered here, Big Hut. So, we ended up starting off with 2 bots on our team, which is a problematic. I'm gonna come and revive. Oh, never mind.
You captured Zone A.
I'll leave that. Orochi. I'm gonna be nice to Orochi at least. He didn't try to jump me.
You captured Zone B.
Ah!
You lost Zone
I probably could have killed the Orochi. But the lag came in like really hardcore with that corruption. One takedown, 4 deaths. I'm not playing really well with the Orochi right now, but like I said, I'm fighting like half the time I'm fighting like groups of 4. Ooh.
You lost Zone B. You captured Zone A.
I didn't want the Orochi to die like that. So. Okay.
Zone B.
Don't ever try to plunge attack someone, especially when they can just see you on the
Lost
radar.
Zone A.
Ooh.
You lost Zone B.
Oh. Oh, I died there.
Captured Zone B.
Maybe if our teammate actually, my teammate actually stopped engaging and help and focus on another enemy, I wouldn't be getting screwed over every fucking time. Because when I know the person could have killed me right there with on the guard break if he didn't hit, but after you do that, just back off.
You lost Zone B.
Oh, nice fair. Yeah, that. Alright, I have to back up. That guy has corruption, and I don't think players understand what the corruption actually does. And there's, of course, a player right down there. There's nothing I could have really done. Man, dude, I just can't get a break, can I? I'd rather die to a pikeman than an actual player. Sorry. But, half the time, I cannot play, like, top game, and it's kind of hard to make videos because you do a tutorial, and when you try to do the tutorial, this is what you get. Especially in mid live streams, players don't pay attention of the corruption. Like, this guy is literally just running into me. I'm dead. Yep. I should probably not try to swing there. Let's see, the Armamusa just ran right by me. And, he probably should have, well, I guess he killed the dude, for the execution. So that's good.
You have my gratitude. You captured Zone B.
Alright, I'm gonna try to capture Zone C here. Serious?
You lost Zone A.
Ah. Yeah, I wasn't gonna live through that. I did so bad. Only 2 takedowns. We're gonna actually have to rerun a Noah game, as Orochi, because I don't know what my team was doing half the time. I was doing really bad, but half the time I was fighting people that literally was just popping revenge as soon as they can. And half the time, it's because the guy I'm fighting, right when I'm about to actually do, like, a kill, someone on my team likes to fucking just steal the kill from me. So. Don't steal kills. Like, I understand it's a team-based game, especially in this game, but if you're going to steal kills, be aware who you're stealing the kills for, because when you run as a character that actually needs bounty hunt is a good feat. But if you're not gonna get the actual use the bounty hunt if someone's gonna steal it. Alright. So we're actually going to get rid of Bounty Hunt and use Kai this time. We're going to use Nail Bomb. Kunai is a good thing. Revenge Attack is also a good. So yeah, we're going to keep the Kunai. And maybe Bleed. We'll use all active feats here. Like I said, but the bounty hunt is a good feat, especially when you can heal from it if you're fighting multiple people. But if you do not get the kill, you're not going to get healed from it. And especially when people like right when you're about to get the kill, someone has to hit them and give them revenge. And so right when you're about to kill the dude, they pop it and you get knocked on the ground and you're basically dead. So we see a Rep 301 character player and Rep 267 on my team. Like I said to players, Rep don't matter in this game. It just means you've been playing a long time. It doesn't mean you're actually good. You could be playing against bots in your entire time you're playing. You could never play a single actual player match unless you are just fighting bots. Because if, like I said, bots, they give you the same amount of XP. The only thing is the matches end shorter. You get less XP out of it. But,
You lost Zone A. You captured Zone B.
someone's already taken B. Oh.
You lost Zone B.
What? Okay. What?
You captured Zone B.
Nice.
You captured Zone A.
Nice. Shinobi Zone is actually really, really good. Especially, it actually has a auto track on. But after Shinobi runs out of stamina, it's game over Shinobi. So just want to let you guys know, if you do play Shinobi, if you run out of stamina, that's a huge risk as a Shinobi player. Oh. No!
You lost Zone A.
Alright. I'm gonna run up. Ah! That's the only downside of playing an assassin, is you can't always block. You have to refresh it every time.
You lost Zone B. You captured
So we're doing a little bit better. We got 4 takedowns, 2 deaths. Half of those times I was just fighting by myself with the team against one person, which is a little bit unfair, but hey, you're playing Dominion. Dominion's not supposed to be fair, right? So. Oh, the nice parry. The parry again. That should. Oh, I'm dead. I thought, like, sometimes even if you think you fainted, it doesn't register.
Zone B. You lost Zone A.
Oh. Alright. Come on, dude! You just sat there and watched the dude. Now, like, the shinobi's getting health because his warlords literally just letting them have health. Alright, that's another thing. Shinobi actually gets health every hit if he has his 4 feet. So, and every hit he can get stamina back. So, if you're literally letting them feed, and he also has bounty hunt. So, I got the corruption, but the fact that our teammate didn't even bother even, like, I don't understand you just got revived, but you could also jumped in and help instead of letting them push your teammates. This is a little over. I can't believe I'm actually ranting into it. Really? Ah, like, come on, dude! I can't even get, like, a single match with, like, at least, like, come on, dude! I could have been fine after killing that shinobi. What? He hit me through the wall! Alright, so, like I said, I have 5 takedowns in. I've only literally got 1 more additional takedown. Now I have... Like, the game falls apart when no one, like, feels like this game is a game that if you're literally giving your opponents an opportunity to actually win, they will take it and they will win. Literally. The Warlord, for example, was giving the Shinobi as much heals as he wanted, and yet he didn't bother stopping it.
You captured Zone B.
So you can't really win a game if someone's going to literally throw the game for you.
The enemy rally.
I didn't want to. What? Why? What? 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 I had a 1v1 fight, but for some reason, even if I dodge back, I can't avoid the attack. It's a little bit dumb. I honestly don't think the characters are all balanced in this game. But, like I said, I'm trying to train you guys, but every fucking time I try to go into a game, my team's just not cooperating at all. couldn't block all the attacks there. Alright, so I did a little bit better the last game. Now we're going into a duel. But like I said, in Dominion, it's not fully accurate on how you play the character. Because if your team's not going to help you, and let them just feed off of kills, and then there's no point of a, like honestly, Dominion is a great game mode. But if you're going to stand there and watch your team just die because you're literally letting the enemies get heals for free, it's not going to work for you, because once they kill your teammates, they're coming straight after you. Alright. Playing some duels now. Get these duels out of the way. Then we'll play some hybrids in the next video. But, like I said, the best way for you to learn a character is against bots level 3 and players. The best way to do it is go into duels. Like me, I'm going into training, practicing combos, and then I'm going into a Dominion match, playing, and then when you go from Dominion match to duels, I'd rather usually do duels first, but, like I said, in Dominion, you're not going to perform the best, because in Dominion, it's all about teamwork. If your team's not going to work with you, you're not going to win. Not even the world's best players can actually beat an entire team. Well, you possibly could, if it was the original Revenge mode, but we don't have that. You can win a gank battle with just you alone, but the chances are extremely rare.
Round 1.
So, alright. Ooh, nice berry. Nice. Ooh, nice. Good fight. That was a very intense. Just remember, he's rep 12 with Centurion. Centurion is very scary character, especially when it comes in 1v1s.
Round 2.
Ooh, that's bad. Ouch. Ooh, okay. He baited me in. Okay. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Ooh. Ah! The light attack.
Round
Ugh. Ooh. Ooh. No. Ah. Ooh.
victory.
Woo! That was too close to comfort right there. I'm not the best Orochi, like I said.
Round 4.
And if you say light spamming is uncalled for, but like I said, Orochi's main combos are with lights, so. Oh, no. Ooh. Ooh. Oh god, no. Oh, I'm dead.
Defeat.
If I didn't run out of stamina. Right there.
5.
Ooh. No. Ooh. Oh, that's... Ooh. Oh, this kills me.
Defeat.
Damn. Like I said, I'm not the best. I was wasting too much stamina on that. Zones are a really key thing for quick kills. But, alright. We're gonna play Berserker. Assassins are really hard in 1v1 scenarios. I know some people can make it easy, but they have a unique concept. It just, you gotta have perfect timing, especially when it comes into deflecting. Like that. The last game, I was playing Orochi, I deflected
Round 1.
3-4 times. I think 3 times in the last 2 rounds. The Battle of Hyper Armors.
Victory.
Is who can get it off first, basically. Ooh, nice. Ooh, ugh. He literally almost perfect me if it wasn't for that light attack I threw out and got him.
Round 3.
Ooh. Ah. I didn't mean to say wow, by the way. Ah, man. I was so close to killing the dude. So this is an actual Kensei player, by the way. All those Kenseis that just spam side dashes are garbage. No offense. Ooh, the paint. Oh, nice parry.
Victory. Round 5.
Last round. Ooh, nice.
Victory.
So, I'm not like any other Berserker. You saw, I was doing the infinite combo thing, but I also mixed them up, and he thought I was going to continue it, and I ended up grabbing him right at the very end. So this guy wants a rematch. We are going to be playing Peacekeeper now. This is the last one for the Assassins, then we can hop into the hybrids. Now this one's going to be extremely hard, because Conquer.
Round 1.
Alright. Ooh. You thought I was going to go for the attack. Ooh. Oh. Oh! The light attack threw me off. I didn't think he was going to throw one out like that. He should have probably just went for the shield bash right at the very end. Ooh.
Victory.
Woo! I was extremely pushing it real close.
Round 3. Victory.
Alright.
Round 4.
Ooh, nice. Alright.
Victory.
You gotta just leave. When they play like this character or like Warlord, you got to wait until the opening chance. He was playing as a Conqueror and he was trying to play aggressive. You are a counter to most players as an assassin. So, thanks for watching. If you guys have any tips about certain characters I went over, leave it into description in the comments below. Then I can look over it and maybe come back if I have more time or I become more advanced to these characters. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.